I posted a TikTok video that got 849 views. I'm sure we all can relate. But then I made one slight change to that video, reposted it, and it resulted in over 20,000 views on that same video. And really, this isn't even a lot of views for me, but it goes to show how just one slight change in your content can have a huge impact. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what I changed and why I changed it, as well as 10 other tips for helping you get more reach on your Instagram Reels and TikToks in 2024. So let's dive in. So let's just address the elephant in the room, which is we're all creating content on these social media platforms, chasing one thing: more views. I know it sounds shallow, but that really is the metric that we're all changing, because more views on our content usually means more followers, more engagement with our brand, resulting in more revenue generated for our businesses. So how do we create content that actually does get more views online? Well, first we should probably hit on what won't help you get more views with your content. So just for a minute, I want you to forget what you see from all these self-proclaimed social media gurus online, like hashtag strategies, posting times, following certain trends to try to go viral. Because what I'm gonna share in this video aren't short-term algorithm hacks that might work for a week, but instead actual psychological and marketing strategies that will work on every platform, no matter what the algorithm has to say about it. So let's first start off with why you should care about growing your reach on social media, which is the fact that attention is the new oil. No matter if you want to start that business of your dreams, quit your 9-to-5, or simply just make some extra money with your side hustle, building an audience online will allow you to do all of that. I recently just started working with a coaching student who was able to quit his 9-to-5 graphic design job to pursue his fitness business full-time simply by the audience that he's built on Instagram. And it all starts with creating content, so let's help you create the best content that you can to reach the most amount of people. So let's first start off with the hook. Every video needs to start with a strong hook, whether that's prompting a question, creating curiosity, or teasing a desirable outcome that the viewer has. Especially on these short form platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels, people are scrolling at what seems like light speed through their feed. And if you don't grab their attention and want them to keep watching your video, then you're gonna lose them and they're gonna scroll on to the next one. So it's really important that you focus 90% of your energy when you're scripting out these videos on your hook that's gonna get someone to stop scrolling and watch your video all the way through. All right, number 3, you need to keep it concise. This comes with your hook, but also with the video itself, which is why I recommend that everyone scripts their short form videos. I like to think of these short form videos as a 60-second masterclass, but honestly, when you're talking about the sweet spot as far as time length for these talking head videos, that's right around the 42-second mark. So try to focus on getting your videos right up to that 42-second mark, and don't ramble on for 1:30 or 2 minutes, because you will lose the viewer. And if you do lose the viewer just for 1 second while you're trying to think of what you're going to say next, you've already lost them and they're scrolling to the next video. Number 4 is what I call the 3-second rule. Now this is a little different than on YouTube. On YouTube, it's more like the 10-second rule. But with these short form platforms, people are scrolling so fast that if they're not constantly being stimulated and something new isn't being presented to them every 3 seconds, they're going to lose interest and scroll to the next video. So these could be simple things like adding a graphic or a photo onto the video, zooming in or zooming out, adding a sound effect, or changing to a different camera angle, or putting some text on the screen that keeps the viewer engaged. Adding something new roughly every 3 seconds into your short form content will help keep your viewers more engaged through the duration of your video. And number 5 is adding value. And can we please just take a second and realize that we need to add value in the actual video and not tell people to read the caption below, because I'm freaking sick and tired of that and it doesn't make good content. All right, that's my little rant. But like I said earlier, you want to think of your content as a 60-second masterclass. What can you teach your viewer in 60 seconds or less that they can take away, implement, and actually go and get results within 24 hours? When you start thinking about how you can deliver your content in that way, you start providing a lot more value to your audience and getting way better results with your content. Number 6 is creating a human connection. Now, when you think of the word personal brand, the word personal is in the front for a reason. You want to show off your personality. So a few things you can implement to accomplish this. Number 1 is having a very clear profile picture of your face and not of a brand logo. Make sure it's cropped in well and clearly shows your face, because on these social media platforms, that profile picture shows up real small. So if it's a full body shot, it's gonna be really hard for people to recognize. And then you also wanna show more behind the scenes of what you do on a day-to-day basis. And this is really best showed through your Instagram stories. This is best for all the raw, in the moment content that shows you whether you're outdoors with your kids, at the gym, out exploring, whatever it is that you like to do outside of the office and outside of business, you can share in your Instagram stories to give a more behind the scenes look at who you are. And then also integrating your personal life and your business into your content. This is something I focus a lot in my own content on Instagram, is delivering value on the business side and video tips, social media tips, stuff like that, but then showing more B-roll and content of day in the life type stuff of things I like to do outside of work so that people can connect with me on a human level. This is really where your audience is gonna find commonalities with you and connect with you that much more. And on to number 7, keeping up with trends. Now I said don't listen to all the social media gurus and all the trend hacks out there, but you still want to be able to create content that feels natural and organic to the platforms. And this does include utilizing trends and trending sounds and things like that, so that when people are scrolling their feed, your content seems to fit on social media. And you don't have to do every trend out there. If it doesn't fit you or your brand, by no means do you have to do it. But find things that do fit your brand and do fit on social media, and be sure to jump on those to get more reach out of your content. Number 8, and this might be the biggest one of them all and the one that I preach the absolute most, which is you really need to focus on the visual and audio quality of your content. Especially if you're a business professional, you need to appear professional online as well through your content. If you have really bad audio, really bad lighting, your video quality is really poor, people are gonna see right through that and think that you don't take yourself serious or your content serious and don't invest into your business, which makes them think, why should I invest into you? So you definitely want the actual brand of your business to be reflected by your personal brand online as well. And the other thing that goes with that is that you don't want to make people have to work to view your content. If the quality of your video is really bad or the audio quality is super poor and people just can't really consume your content easily and they really have to work to try to watch or try to listen to your content, then they're not gonna do it. You really wanna make it as easy as possible and enjoyable for people to consume your content. And tip number 9 is adding captions to your videos. It's actually a shocking stat, but 80% of people who watch content on social media watch it with the sound off. So you wanna make sure you're including captions in all your videos, your posts, as well as your stories, so that you can grab the person's attention and keep them engaged throughout the duration of your video. And by now, most of these social media platforms already have an auto captions feature on their app, but you can also use something like CapCut or the Captions app if you want to add captions separately. And number 10 is kind of the more technical side, which is aspect ratio and export settings. So one thing to do when you're filming these Instagram Reels or TikTok videos is you actually want to film them in a vertical orientation. So if you're just using your iPhone, for example, that's just how your iPhone normally sits. But if you're using a professional camera, you actually want to turn it to the side to film this content vertically. And you also want to film it in 4K 30 frames per second to get the best video quality possible. And then when you're exporting this video onto Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, stuff like that, you want to actually export in 1080p because that's what these social media platforms optimize for, so your video won't get compressed any more than it needs to. And then a little bonus tip, number 11, which is distribution is queen. If you're already creating one short form vertical video for Instagram Reels or for TikTok, you might as well post that on all the other platforms as well, like YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and even LinkedIn to get the most reach possible out of your content. So hopefully this video was valuable for you, and hopefully you can implement some of these tools and principles into your own content to get more reach on these social media platforms in 2024. And if you want to learn a little bit more, I have some other resources down in the description below that you can check out. But otherwise, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.